Hey there, my name is Kate Spring and I'm a dating and relationship coach from the west coast of Canada. As the title of this video suggests, we're going to talk about some ways that you can build rapport with a woman. There's a close and harmonious relationship in which the people or groups concerned understand each other's feelings or ideas and communicate well. Tony Robbins defines rapport as total responsiveness between people. I kind of like both definitions. Rapport is an essential part of human interaction. It's all about making a connection. If you've watched any of my other videos, you might have heard me talk about the importance of communication and that 93% of communication is non-verbal and only 7% of communication is verbal, which means that only 7% of the time that we spend conversing with people is affected by our words, meaning that what you say has very little effect on your interpersonal relationships. However, what these percentages highlight is the importance of how you say things. Rapport is a form of communication. It's communicating in such a way where the purpose is to build closeness. So here we're not so focused on what you say, but how you say it. Before we get any further, be sure to subscribe to my channel by ringing the bell below, and be sure to leave all of your questions in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to get back to you personally as soon as I can. The short and sweet of it is that rapport is the key to success in any interpersonal relationship. The first step in creating rapport is to mirror and match the behavior of your communication partner. Matching and mirroring is a theory that was developed by Dr. Milton Erickson, an American psychiatrist and psychologist specializing in medical hypnosis and family therapy. This theory has also been referred to as pacing and matching, but they both mean the same thing, that the goal is to match the other person's body language and speech so you're adopting someone else's style of behavior to create rapport. This requires that you not only listen with your ears, but you listen with your entire body and respond. The whole point of creating rapport is to build trust. That is really the crux in synchronizing your behavior, creating a connection, and ultimately building attraction. There are 3 ways that you can effectively build rapport through matching and mirroring. Those 3 things are to mirror and match your posture, rhythm of breath, and tone. Number 1 is posture. What is your communication partner doing with her hands? Is she slouching or seated upright? Is she leaning into you or leaning away from you? If she's slouching, you probably shouldn't sit completely erect. If she's leaning into you, then lean into her. This is a sign of interest and comfort. Take note of a woman's posture and gestures, and then match hers. I mean, use discretion here with all of this. If she runs her hands through her hair, don't immediately do the same thing. You don't want her to know that you're miming her. Your goal is to synchronize your gestures so that a woman will feel like you're bonded. We're attracted to the people that are similar to us. Multiple research institutions in Germany have studied this theory that we like those who are most like us. The researchers studied how 19 men responded to videos of 21 women's reactions to either fear or sadness. The male participants watched a video clip of different women and were asked to identify which emotion the woman was experiencing, and then was asked whether or not they wanted to meet with this woman in real life. The researchers found that the men wanted to meet the women who they were able to easily identify the emotion that they were experiencing. Basically, the level of attraction that a man felt for a woman was based on how accurate the participants was in understanding her emotions in the video. This created a certain level of understanding between the two, or at least for the man. Something that would link them as opposed to divide them. We like people that we perceive to be like us because we understand ourselves and our motivations, which ultimately allows us to trust people easier who seem more familiar to us, as opposed to those that we don't really understand. So mirroring a woman's body language is the first way to create a sense of liking. And then the next is an even more subtle gesture, which is to match her rhythm of breath. One of the most effective ways to build rapport with a woman is to harmonize your breath, match her breathing. The purpose of doing this is to bond you. This can also be the tempo and volume at which your communication partner speaks. If she's speaking rather slowly and comfortably, it wouldn't make sense for you to talk rapidly. Take note of how she's breathing. If she's taking deep breaths from her diaphragm or if she's taking short breaths from her chest, whichever one she is doing, take note and try to adopt her way of breathing into your own. At first, practice building rapport with people that you're not necessarily attracted to, just to get a feel for it, and to really hone your craft of building rapport before you try it on a girl that you like. That way you can work out all the kinks and you will become even more subtle when you're infiltrating someone's subconscious mind. Our last step is to match the tone and energy level of your speaker. The tone is the general character or attitude of a situation. If the girl that you're talking to is soft-spoken, it would make sense for you to match her tone and not overpower her with a loud, rambunctious one. This is subtle, and it makes the other person feel comfortable and feel like they're being understood. This is the most effective way to build rapport. It's never really what you say, but it's all about how you say it. If you say something horrendous, but do so in a joking or sarcastic tone, that changes the entire meaning of the message. However, if you say something horrendous with conviction, then that message is terrible. Tone is everything, so practice matching people's tones and pace in your day-to-day conversations. That way, when you're trying to build rapport with a girl that you like, it's much easier because you've had practice. You also want to take note of tempo. If the girl that you're building rapport with speaks slowly and methodically, then slow down your pace. If you quicken yours and she's more relaxed, you'll seem nervous. Also, if your communication partner is introverted, it would not help for you to act as an extrovert. You want to make her feel comfortable by showing her that you and her are similar. And here, the best way to do so is to highlight your similarities in your communication practices. All right, you guys. Once you manage to introduce this rapport building system into your dating toolbox, you are well on your way to building a deep and lasting rapport with any woman that you want. This is how you build connections and ultimately attraction by creating a sense of similarity between the two of you and trust. That's all I have for you today, YouTubers. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.